I sort of question on Reddit with regards to, should I write a technical blog and will it help with getting a job? And so I wrote this answer out here, and I came to the conclusion that I think that more people should write a technical blog. It doesn't have to be something that you blog about every single day. It doesn't have to be something that's kept up to date. It's not it can be ephemeral. You can write the blog post and then you can just sort of walk away from it. But what I say here is, I feel that by writing a technical blog post, you are greatly improving your chances of getting a job. In my opinion, you're greatly improving your chances of getting a job with an employer, just for the simple fact that you've taken the time to write something down. You've clearly demonstrated that you can communicate an idea in a very clear and concise manner, and I just feel that it's an important the sweet clout. Yeah, it's. I think I understand what you're saying there. When I interviewed for Suncorp, my latest engagement, they literally during the interview, 35 minutes, by the way. Interview it was about 35 minutes. One interview, the entire interview, 35 minutes. 5 minutes of it at the end was pretty much them just saying, we're not even going to bother asking you your technical questions because we've seen your streams, we've seen your YouTube channel, we've seen your book, and so it's obviously very clear that you're capable of doing the job. Simple. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying everyone should go out there and start streaming and producing videos and writing books. They're not small. They're not small pieces of work. But if you write a technical blog and you put side projects. If you've got a GitHub repository, if you've got a collection of side projects that you're either developing or have just developed, you get that on your LinkedIn. You write a technical blog where you explain what it is that you were doing, why you were doing it, how it solves a particular problem, and so on and so forth. And then you make people aware of that. When you go into an interview, not only will that actually pretty much help you get the job, help you get the interview, but during the interview, you can point out these resources. And most employers, if they're even worth working for, will, in my opinion, they'll do some background checks on you. They'll research you, and if you've put on your CV, "I've got a blog," they will go and check that blog out. And so, it can be a really good idea to. Another thing you can actually do as well is, if you know you're going to apply for a particular job. So, say you're going to go for a front-end developer job at some bank or some company, some startup or whatever, and it's you say, "I'm going to apply for that. I'm going to apply for that in a few days' time." What I'm going to do is I'm going to create an open source project over the next few days where I demonstrate what I'm capable of doing. Then what you do is, when you apply and you do your cover letter, you put that in there as an example of your work, and you put it up as a GitHub repository. You make sure your commits, as you committed things, make sense. Maybe even throw a semantic version on there and sort of do everything sort of properly as a micro project. And you enter into this situation where in the cover letter you're able to say, not only have I got a code here and a small project that you can look at, but I've written a blog post here, and you don't even need any infrastructure. Just go to medium.com. It doesn't matter. Just go to medium.com, literally just sign in with your Google account. You don't even need to provide any login details, and just write about that repository, or even just the GitHub page exactly, and then write about it. Show them that you're capable of taking a complex technical idea and communicating it to other people in plain English, understanding the why the problem, what problem exists, why it needs solving, how you've solved it, why you solved it in that way, why you selected those particular technologies, and so on and so forth. And then you put that in front of the employer along with your cover letter and your CV, and it will greatly enhance your ability to even get your foot in the door without any question or doubt. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a little update there. Where I just wrote this out. I've got a video on this just going out on YouTube. Just a quick that's about 5 minutes. Sort of just reinforcing this as well. But yeah, no, I thought that was a really, really interesting one.